Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the show. I'm the host, T Money, and today we're going to be doing a boxing recap. So, Saturday was full of boxing, some great fights. To get this night started off, I'm going to start off with the Usyk and Dubois rematch. Now, I had Dubois in this fight, but I just knew deep down inside that Usyk just was just a better fighter. Um, so this fight was in London at Wembley Stadium for undisputed heavyweight, all the belts on the line. In the last fight, Usyk and Dubois, I kind of felt like Dubois kind of quit. He got dropped with a jab, didn't really get back up. I feel like his heart wasn't in the right place. He didn't, but I really was confident Dubois. He'd been on the tear lately, had like 3 or 4 wins in a row, and I really thought he was gonna pull this fight off. So starting off in the first round, Usyk came out landing a really good jab, the same jab that dropped Dubois in the last fight, and I did notice that Dubois just kind of had his head down, just stepping forward, not really like a good game plan. I feel like Dubois should have really been doubling up his jab to land the right hand and then get inside to work Usyk's body because he hurt Usyk to the body last time. To me, in my opinion, that was not a low blow. Just my opinion, though. By the time it was the end of the second round, I did kind of notice it was a difference in hand speed, IQ adjustments. Like Usyk was really timing Dubois. In the end of the second round, he landed a big left hand counter over Dubois' jab. And Usyk never really stayed in the corner as Dubois was coming forward. It was a really showcase of all of Usyk's skills, in my opinion. I didn't know he was that skilled. I knew he had faster hands. I know he could land the better shots. I know he could pick the better shots, but the speed, the ring IQ, everything Usyk was displaying was just too much for Dubois. Towards the end of the fourth round, I did kind of see Dubois engaging a little bit more, getting Usyk up against the corner, up against the ropes in the corner where he wanted him at, and it seemed like a really like a kind of like not a good game plan. So coming into that fifth round, Usyk ended up dropping Dubois with a right hand to the temple, kind of knocked him off his equilibrium. After Dubois got up after that right hand to the temple, he kind of came in throwing wild shots. He threw like a wild right hand, and Usyk timed him perfectly with the left hand, knocked his mouthpiece out, and ended up knocking him out. So Usyk is the winner by fifth round knockout, becomes a 3-time undisputed heavyweight champion. A lot of people kind of gas him, saying he's one of the greatest heavyweights of all time. I mean, he's good. He definitely showed good ring IQ, good skills, good hand speed. It's a certain level of like boxing you got to have to beat Usyk. Do I think he's an all-time heavyweight great? No, I do not. Just my opinion. So the next fight ended up being Usyk Cruz versus Omar Salcido. Now, Salcido was a replacement. This was a 140 super lightweight bout for 10 rounds. And I kind of figured that this fight was going to be like that. Two Mexicans, I kind of feel like it was going to be a brawl, a lot of punches being thrown. So Usyk came out throwing a lot of punches. He was super aggressive. He really just didn't have no respect for anything Salcido did, threw everything and the kitchen sink at him in like the first 3 rounds. Straightforward, keeping his head down like Usyk Cruz always fight. And I kind of wasn't really seeing much from Salcido. I kind of did want to see more, sticking and moving. Didn't really know much about the fighter. He was a 24-hour replacement. Pitbull at that point, Pitbull came out super aggressive. He was landing everything. He was really landing the overhand right pretty good too. So by the time it was the fifth round, it was 40-36. Cruz was winning this fight by the time it was the fifth round. It was only 10 rounds. And the only thing I could really say is Salcido should have probably worked the jab a little bit more, turn Cruz to his left. He's not really a good pivot fighter. Cruz is kind of flat-footed. He got that tight guard, so you got to just make him open up and throw the jab, sticking with it. Cruz is really like a one-dimensional fighter to me. Just super aggressive, head down, straightforward, throw a lot of punches. So by the time it was the 10th round, Salcido, I kind of noticed some of those shots that Cruz was hitting him with kind of was catching up to him. So Salcido started holding a little bit more. He got a point deducted in the 10th round. And in the same round in the 10th round, I kind of seen his legs was gone. And Cruz hit him with an overhand right, rocked his jaw. He went down in the 10th round. So he got a point deducted in the 10th round, and he got knocked down in the 10th round. So it pretty much was no winning this fight for Salcido. Big shout out to him for taking the fight. So through 10 rounds, Pitbull Cruz ended up winning 90-81, a sweep, a shutout. And Cruz gets the unanimous decision win. Now, the next fight ended up being the co-main event, ended up being Sebastian Fundora versus Tim Tszyu, a rematch. 12 rounds, 154 welterweight fight. Now, I was kind of looking forward to this because I feel like Tim Tszyu in the last fight was kind of landing some good shots. He kind of was outboxing Fundora until Fundora elbowed him on top of his head, made his head bleed, and it was just blood everywhere. And it kind of threw Tim Tszyu off his game plan. So I was really, really excited about this rematch. I kind of wanted Tim Tszyu to get his get back. coming out, Tim Tszyu gets dropped with a left hand straight down a guard from Fundora. And from that point on, I don't think that Tim Tszyu even like collected himself back, because I didn't really see him really, get back into that fighting mode. He's seeing wobble throughout the rest of the round. So the second round, it was a flurry of punches from Fundora. He felt like he had Tim Tszyu hurt, so he got him on the ropes and opened up a cut above Tim Tszyu's eye, and he went for the kill pretty much in the second round. So Fundora was trying to get Tim Tszyu out of there early. I kind of noticed Tim Tszyu game plan was to parry the jab and land the right hand, but when you're facing somebody who's like 6'6" with like a crazy reach above, you kind of want to tuck your chin down and get your chin below your guard, and you want to move around his punches and get up into his body, then work the head. Kind of like what Mike Tyson used to do, the peekaboo guard defense, and then work up there. Tim Tszyu, you trying to outrange somebody with a like parrying his jab with your left hand. It's just not going to work. His length he way longer than you, so that's how you got dropped the first time. So I don't know what the game plan was. It wasn't a good one, but I did kind of see that Tim Tszyu ended up picking up around the fourth round, started to connect, hit Fundora with a big right hand, busted his nose, blood started flowing down, and I seen the cut over Tim Tszyu's right eye, and Fundora's nose was bleeding again. I was like, man, it's going to be another bloodbath. But Tim Tszyu's corner came with the proper things that they needed to keep the bleeding down, so it wasn't really that much blood. Coming into that fifth round, Tim Tszyu really was starting to pick it up, and I felt like he was winning this fight up until this point. Other than the knockdown, I had Tim Tszyu winning 2 of these rounds. In the fourth and the fifth, I had Tim Tszyu winning those rounds. He really started to pick up the work. So in the 6th and 7th round, those was good rounds also from Tim Tszyu. Sebastian Fundora was kind of hesitant to get in there and bang with him, because he was landing his right hand at will. And he kind of kept him at his distance, which was kind of what Tim Tszyu's game plan was, to keep him at a distance and land the right hand. So in the 7th round, as soon as the work started picking up and the fight started getting exciting and everything started looking good, Tim Tszyu didn't respond to his corner. So they had to call the fight off. The ref called the fight. And I think that from the first knockdown, Tim Tszyu just didn't look responsive. He didn't look good. So I feel like that was kind of the reason why the referee had to stop the fight, because of that first knockdown. And it's kind of unfortunate, because as soon as the fight got good, Tim Tszyu kind of was just out of it. He just wasn't responsive, and they had to save their fighter, I guess. So the fight got called as a TKO. Sebastian Fundora retains his WBC belt, and he is the champion at 154. So the main event ended up being Pacquiao versus Barrios. Pacquiao being 46. Barrios, the champion, Mario Barrios. And Pacquiao hasn't been in the ring in 4 years, so this was a super, super exciting fight. And coming into that first round, I know Barrios has a super nice jab. That's pretty much all I know him for, his jab. And Pacquiao was kind of waiting for Barrios to land a jab to land his left hand. So it was kind of like a chess match in the first round. So you could say it was like early fill-out rounds and stuff like that. And I kind of noticed that Pacquiao was trying to take away Barrios' best weapon, which is his jab. But then as Pacquiao was taking away the jab, Barrios was bringing the right hand. So he kind of like had to give Pacquiao respect super early and let him know, like, you could take this way, but I got this. I'm not just a one-dimensional fighter. I can do a lot. Even though Pacquiao was taking the jab away, Barrios was still landing that sharp jab. I did see some flurries from now and then from Pacquiao, but as far as it goes, Barrios was keeping the jab going, keeping him at a distance, wasn't really letting Pacquiao get close to him, which was a good game plan, because Pacquiao, I still feel like, got power in both hands. So as the fight continues, I kept seeing Pacquiao trying to like get in on the inside and land something big, trying to hurt Barrios, but Barrios was not letting him in. In the 8th, Manny was showing heart, trying to throw more combinations to make it like a brawl, but I don't think Barrios really was like falling into the game plan. And in 9 rounds, the unofficial scorecard, they had Manny Pacquiao up 77-75. I don't know how. In my opinion, just from what I was seeing, who was landing the better shots, it was Barrios to me. And Barrios was he was fighting a smart fight. He didn't overcommit. He didn't, turn into a brawl. He kept Pacquiao at his distance. He controlled the fight with a jab. Pacquiao had some flurries in between rounds, and in my opinion, I just felt like Barrios won the fight. But Barrios showed a lot of patience, not overcommitting. And through 12 rounds, at the age of 46, Manny Pacquiao held his own. He didn't fold. He didn't get knocked out or anything. I salute Pacquiao. He's a true champion, a Hall of Famer. He's a great, great fighter. He in my top 10, in my opinion. And after 12 rounds, the fight ended up being called a draw. So I get it. They didn't want to give Barrios a loss, because Pacquiao didn't really do a lot in the fight. But give Barrios give Barrios his win. He won that fight, in my opinion. Keep keeping Pacquiao at a distance with a jab, landing the right hand. Kind of was a little flat-footed in the fight. I kind of expected that from Barrios, and in my opinion, it was a so-so fight. Wasn't nothing too exciting really happened. Wasn't nobody really getting rocked or nothing like that. So it was a good fight though for Pacquiao comeback, and I would be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if I see Pacquiao in another big fight against another champion. That would be all for my boxing recap. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment. Let me know what y'all think. See y'all next time.